Alrighty, we are Likutei Moharan Torah Yud. We are in the middle of Siman Daled. We says that the elevated tefillah from Har and Sadeh is only the tzaddikim can do. But the Balei Gaivas, they don't want people to go to tzaddikim. And they think that they fasted, they're already cleaned out tzaddikim themselves. So not only they themselves don't want to go to tzaddikim, they want other people not to go to come to them. The Kodesh Baruch Hu said Hashem es ish, return the wife of the man. He says this is all alludes to the fact that the Kodesh Baruch Hu tells the Balei Gaiva, yo, you go to Taivas, still woven into the fabric of your body. Not only your Taivas, but your father's Taivas also. There was a Mekadesh himself in the town of Tashmish. His Taivas is also, you can daven. You should be scared, and you're holding up the Taivas of the Kodesh Baruch Hu. Kodesh Baruch Hu loves the tefillah of tzaddik because Kodesh Baruch Hu wants to give. He can give only tefillah when the tefillah is proper. You're holding up the Kodesh Baruch Hu's Taivah because you're Mr. Gross, you're Avimelech, you're Mr. Big Shot. He says, Hashem is give it back to him. And he says, V'zeh perish, he says, if they really would know, after all the Tanaisim, which is the emptying of the sack and the Taivas that you put from the outside, the food that you ate, whatever it is, you think you're a tzaddik. He says, "V'znei adayim yinei ish tzor kaspoi b'sakoi," that his money is still in his sack. Shekoshu v'tzor kaspoi v'tarvosai b'sakoi v'gufoi. Kaspoi over here, his money. This is the lotion of kisufim. All your bad yearnings, all your taivas, all your fantasies are still open in the fabric of who you are, what you are. Kisuf is yearning. It's kvelling. And they saw the bundles of kaspeim, of the hema vavim. In other words, they saw the bundles of their taivas, of the yearning, of their pining. Hema vavim, both them and their fathers. And what's a little bit is hainu lo dai tzorach kaspeim. Not only is it the bundles of their own kisufim, their own fantasies of taiva, shu taivas atzma, this is their own taivas. Kim gam hema vavim, they and their fathers. In other words, the taivas of their father also. Gam hema lo naflom, they also didn't leave them. If they really stop and take a look at themselves, take stock of themselves, then the huge fright would fall on them. And then they wouldn't look to be the rabbi and to be the admor and to be the known as the CT and to know as the Terminator and whatever it is that. This is what is said in the pasuk afterwards. Yaakov told him, "Oisi shikaltem, you have caused me, to lose my offsprings. Yosef enenu." And the pasuk continues, "V'Shimon enenu," and Shimon is not here. Ves Binyamin tikachu, says the original pasuk, and you'll take Binyamin. Alai yukolana, on me they will all fall. What is alluded to in this particular thing that Yaakov told his children is as follows. This is a remez, this is a hint on the admonishment that the seichel tells the Balei Gaiva. If they would stop and contemplate they would take stock of what's going on with them, their own seichel would admonish them. Aloitzim nit gadol ki Yaakov is the seichel as Uncle has said. You know, remember that Esav said to Yitzchak, you know, Achi, he says, is it for nothing that his name is Yaakov? Vayakvein is pamayim. He was Yaakov me twice, which means outsmarted me twice. Yakvein. So you see, the Yaakov is the Shon Seichel Chakmani, the Chochma V'Seichel. There's also the word Avim. Avim is Av B'Chochma. Chazal said about Yosef that Parah called him Avrech. So what does it say? What did he tell? He told him, you are young in years, but you are old. You are a father in Chochma. Av Reich. You are Av B'Chochma and Rach B'Shonim, and soft and small in years. So Av alludes to Chochma. Haynu she'aseichel mochicho, the seichel admonishes them, ve'omer lehem oisi shikaltem. Me, you cause me, to lose my offsprings. Ki kol ha'mizgoed, there's a rule, the Gemara says, in Masechet Pesachim, anybody who becomes a mizgoed, who is boasting, chochmos mizdaleketim, his chochma leaves him. So it comes out that what the seichel, I'm losing from this guy, with this silly guy of yours. Because you're boasting that you're tzaddikim, you can daven people, and you lose me, I have to go away. The chochma is mistalik because of the guy. And the apostle continues. Yosef inenu. Yosef means the rectification of the wrong, the righting of the wrong. Yosef is tikkun uvas. Anything which is spoiled, fixing his b'chinas Yosef. Haynu adai lo tikantem uvas. You still didn't correct all that is twisted from before. In other words, even though you made tainesim and you fasted v'chule, you still didn't fix up your taivas. Shul lecherpa v'lechola. Your taivas are a shame and jeering and shame. You should be embarrassed wearing your pants backwards like that. Embarrassed. Who goes out with his pants backwards? Why pants backwards? Yeah, why? So why don't you ask? If you don't know, why don't you ask?
I understand. Because you go out like, hello, it's obvious.
No, it's from one of the tapes, I think, the tailor made by Rabbi Uyalvis.
That's my brother's machotin.
Well, there you go. So there's a story where he says that about these two tailors. They go around, and people need tailors. They're not tailors. When they go to a certain town, he says people don't have tailors. So he says somebody comes with this. He's comes to them. He's wearing his pants backwards. Why? Because he lost his buttons on the pants. So he says, I have to go with my pants backwards. I'm all embarrassed. You should be embarrassed going with your pants backwards. Okay. And he said, he didn't fix them over. He's going with the pants backwards. He's going with the help of the collar for shame and derision. Should be embarrassed because of it. The fixing of that which was wrong is a bechina, is an aspect called Yosef. Why? Al Shem, in fact, what Rochel said, what she called her son Yosef, she said, Asaf Elokim Eschel Pasi. Hashem has gathered, has cleaned off my shame. Until then, everybody was giving birth, and the only one that was Rachel. Now she gave birth to Yosef. She says, Hashem has gathered my shame. So you see that the cherpa is a result of taiva. Or when it's wrong, there's cherpa that remains behind. Gathering of the cherpa, the wiping away of the shame, in other words, the fixing of that which was wrong, that causes the shame, is called Yosef. So when he told him, Yosef enenu, there is no rectification of what was wrong. You still have the taiva. So there's no Yosef, there's no Pchinas Yosef here. Because if you already worked on your taiva, then there's a Pchinas Yosef there. You didn't work on this, there's no Yosef. V'shimon enenu. In other words, since you don't have the aspect of Yosef, in other words, you did not correct the taivas yet, you don't fix your taivas yet, you don't have a shimon yet. What is shimon? The shimon of Pchinas, that's what Leah said when she called her son Shimon, Kishoma Hashem Kisno Alechi. Hashem has heard that I'm despised. In other words, Shimon is merabas in the fact that the person is despised. It says is a person that when Shimon came, Leah said, now Hashem will hear that I am despised. So when Shimon is here, it means that a person is despised. That Hashem hears that a person is despised. Usually we think that this kind of derision, that the person is despised, is a bad thing. But Rabbeinu talks here about when a person is despised and it's a good thing. This is Pchinas Shimon. Ki ata ein chasanu, you are not despised, you are not hated. Why? Ki mechmat shelo tikante atzmecho, since you didn't fix yourself. For sure you cannot admonish other people. You're coming to tell me, you're coming to pontificate to me. Fix yourself first. Wipe your mouth and all the fat. Don't tell me that, they have to go on a diet. But if you are already correcting your own, you're already fixed, and you come to the people hate you. Why people don't like you to point out that if you still bow time, but they won't hate you. It's that first, flapping his lips. But if you yourself are already clean from Techicho, then you become a son. There's a Gemara that says that a Rav, that the people of congregation love him, it's because he doesn't admonish them. They don't admonish, he doesn't admonish them, just let them be, so they love him. Who don't they love? They don't love somebody who's busting their chops, that is Machav L'Shamayim. When are you being loved? When you don't give Teichacha. When don't you give Teichacha? When you yourself need the Teichacha, so you don't, A person first has to fix himself so he's able to admonish other people. And since you didn't admonish yourself yet, you didn't fix your own time, obviously you cannot fix others. Valken ein chasanu, that's why you're not hated. Ki amochir chasanu, because anybody who admonishes is hated. As Chazal said, Hai tzur the Rabbono. This is what the Gemara says in Ksubas here, he's saying it. That rabbi, the Merachman Bnei Masa, that the people of his town love him, Lav Mishum Demal Etfei, not because he's very good, that's why they love him, Ela Mishum Delav Muchacha B'Mila D'Shmaya, because he doesn't admonish them B'Mila D'Shmaya. The same Talmid Chacham that they love him, it's not because he's good, but because he doesn't admonish them. Nimtza Shamechiach Hasanu, that's why it is found that he who admonished them is hated. Since you didn't fix your times, you cannot admonish others from the times. Mimela, you're not hated. So, don't think that the fact that people love you and the korach after you is because you're a tzaddik. It's because because you didn't fix yourself. That's why you cannot admonish others. That's why they love you and they go after you. By the way, and I just want to get to the end of this, and there's that I like to say about this. Ves Binyamin Tikachu. And now, so you don't have Yosef, which is a tikkun of what's wrong. Mimele, you don't have Shimon, you're not clean, you're not fixing, you're not a tzaddik. And Ves Binyamin Tikachu, now you want to take the Binyamin. Not only you don't have these, now you want to take Binyamin. Zemoriel Gadlos. This talks about greatness. Ki Binyamin, what is Binyamin? It's called Al Shem Eretz Yisrael, Ben Yamin, the son of the righteous, because he was born in Eretz Yisrael. And when a person comes from Aram Naharaim, when a person comes from Iraq, the Eretz Yisrael is on the south side. And the south is called Yamin. Eretz Yisrael is called Ben Yamin. Ben Yamin is the son of Eretz Yisrael, a child of Eretz Yisrael. From all the Shvatim, Binyamin is the only one who was born in Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael is the highest of all the lands. So you see that Binyamin is the son of the highest land of them all. In other words, it's Gadlus, of Gaiva. Hainu. Not only you don't have those aspects, you didn't fix your titles, and you can admonish anybody, because there's still, with Binyamin Tikachu, you want to take Binyamin. So if you take greatness, you take, high stature for yourself, and you think you can daven for others. That's when the Seichel finished, and Amachiach is Alai Yukulano. Everything falls on me, because anybody who is a Baal Gaiva, his Chochmah leaves him alone. In other words, the biggest loser of the whole thing is the Seichel, because the Seichel has to leave because of this Gaiva. So this pasuk says, if a person who's a Baal Gaiva would really look into himself, would really contemplate, in his Seichel and really Zbainus, he will understand his real matzah. He's still going after his titles, he's not a tzaddik at all. What I wanted to say here is that is the reason for anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism has nothing to do with because the Jews are this way or that way, they love money, don't love money, whatever it is, they do it. Anti-Semitism is because the Jews are a living admonishment for the Goyim. The Jews remind the Goyim of the existence of Hashem. They don't compute the whole thing in their mind. They don't have to. It's inbred. There's no proof on earth. The fact that you can take in the world, you believe in Hashem, He created the world and everything else, is very nice, but once you go into in the world itself, when you live inside the world, and you think, hey, this is something that existed the whole time, you take it as that's reality. You can have all kinds of dimyenis, it created itself, and the big boom, bam, bam, boom, whatever it is that you think happened or didn't happen. But then they can say that the world just runs by itself haphazardly, whatever it is, on some kind of rules of nature, whatever it is. There's one thing, there's one proof that stands in the face of that point of view. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work. The way the world runs, it does not work, and that's the Jew. The Jew doesn't make sense. You're talking about a nation. Mm-hmm. Every nation has a parallel, like hyperbole, the way that, they go up, then they have their time, and then they go down, then they disappear, or whatever it is. And now they tire out, and there's only one nation that never gets old. It never gets old. It remains vibrant all the time. You cannot see, it has a beginning, it starts, and then no matter what happens to them, they keep on going, they keep on chugging. they don't lose steam, they don't nothing. And they're not the strongest of nations. They're not the strongest of nations. Everybody's stronger than them. Everybody's bigger than them. Everybody is like, and everybody says, okay, this time I'm going to finish them off. This time I'm going to finish them off. It doesn't matter if you call them Zionists, you call them this, you call them, it doesn't matter. Jews. And then if it's Hitler, if it is Attila the Hun, if it's, I don't care who it is, it does not matter. The fact that the Jews exist and the fact that the Jews came back to Eretz Israel doesn't make any sense at all. None. Historically, none. There's never such a thing as that. No, they came twice. Once after Bavel, and also it's the second time already they come. There's no parallel to the Jew. The Jew represents the Hashgacha HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the world. Basically, when a Goy looks at a Jew, a Goy sees who he is. There's no worse punishment for anybody who doesn't live in contemplation, in checking himself, than to see himself. That's the worst. That's the biggest, that's why it's the dream for anti-Semitism.